Today we're going to take a look at how easy it is to replace the motor belt on your Gammill or Statler quilting machine. We'll need a tool to take off the belt cover. On some of the older machines, you just use a Phillips head screwdriver or an adjustable wrench, also called a crescent wrench. But on most machines, you'll use a 4mm or 5/32 of an inch Allen wrench. You'll also need to have some cleaning wipes or paper towels for the job. Let's get started. If you have a Plus model, you'll have one of these Plus control centers at the back of the machine above the rear hand wheel. You're going to need to use the 5/64 Allen wrench, and there's 4 screws in the outer corners of this Plus control center, and you'll need to remove those 4 screws and fold the panel down out of the way. Once the panel is out of the way, you'll be able to access the 2 big Allen screws that are holding your belt cover on. This machine just has the 2 big Allen screws. There are some models that have Phillips head screws coming in from this side, and so you'll use a normal screwdriver to take those 2 screws out. And in a few machines, there is a hex-headed screw where you'll need to use a crescent wrench or a wrench of the correct size to take the screw out on this side of the cover. So now our power is off, remember. And once we take this cover off, we're going to see that it's very dirty on the inside. So I'm going to take my cleaning product and I'm going to clean inside this belt cover so that it's all clean. And then I'm going to remove my old motor belt. The easiest way to do this is to pull on one corner of the belt and bring it up over your top wheel. And then when I turn this big silver hand wheel, the belt just rolls right off. And you'll notice if you compare the old belt to the new one, how slippery your old belt is in here instead of having a rough, grippy, textured surface like the new belt does. So we're obviously going to throw that old belt away. And then using our cleaning towels, we're going to clean inside the groove on the top pulley, inside the belt groove on the bottom pulley, and we're also going to clean everywhere else that we see nasty dirtiness that was hiding underneath this belt cover. Once that's all clean, we're ready to install our new belt. Loop the new belt into the belt groove around the silver hand wheel, and then take one part of the belt on the upper pulley, the motor pulley, and press it into the pulley and hold it there with your thumb. Now as I roll this up and around, holding it with my thumb, I can just turn this big silver hand wheel and that belt pops right into place. There's no need to adjust the belt tension because the screws that control the belt tension are in their original factory location. So with a new belt, I've got perfect tension again. If by any chance your belt tension has been adjusted in the past and it's too tight, meaning that you can't pull the belt in like this and make the sides go straight, if yours is too tight, then maybe somebody adjusted it in the past and you'll need to loosen those 2 screws to move the motor ever so slightly up or down to get the correct tension. Obviously, mine does not need to be adjusted and yours probably doesn't either. So now that I have everything ready to go here, clean and the new belt in place, I'm going to put my belt cover back on. It is important not to over tighten the screws on the belt cover. Sometimes if you over tighten the screws in a plastic cover, it can break, or on the newer metal covers, it can actually distort the cover and end up kind of pushing it to where it rubs on the hand wheel. So when you put this cover back on, just pay attention to what you're doing. And as you can see, it's able to move around when those screws aren't tight. So I'm going to kind of center it and then gently snug those screws down. All right, that's all there is to replacing your belt. If it is a Statler or a Vision 2 or a Vision 1, go ahead and do a motor calibrate in your software to tune your stitches per inch to the new belt.